You're listening to Lucio.
Lucio on the radio.
Capital 95.8.
Welcome to part 3 of my Coldplay special, where we're going to get more of a unique insight into one of the biggest bands on the planet. Johnny, Guy and Chris from Coldplay have got a brand new album, Viva La Vida. We're going to hear what surprises they have in store on tour, and we're also going to be finding out what Chris's favourite track is from the album.
Capital 95.8.
Capital Podcast.
Fourth album, it's been a while in the making. I read in the press that before you started writing this, you weren't speaking. Was that taken out of context? Was that true?
Well, this has been mentioned a few times recently. I don't remember us not speaking to each other. I don't know where
It was in the
this
Sun,
information has come from.
It was definitely in one of the papers, so that it must be true.
Yeah.
Everything you read is true, you know that. Do you know what? We were in America the other day, and this is not a joke. The headline of the paper in New York was, Lindsay Lohan stole my coat. But this is for real.
And
I
did she?
remember.
Well, apparently on page 2 and 3 you could find out.
No, not your coat, though, obviously.
Not my coat, sorry. It was a girl, some girl said, Lindsay Lohan stole my coat, but it was the headline, so who knows if it's true. But the point is, we're always not speaking and speaking. You know, that's any relationship. We're always in little tiffs.
You had the most amazing light show in the last concert you did, which was I saw in Earl's Court. And what have you bought for the new set of gigs that are coming up?
Oh dear. Well, our lighting guy we just sacked him. So no, we didn't. But we're doing something a bit different this time. We've, not to sound gross, but we've got magic balls.
Really big magic balls.
Really big magic balls in our concert, which have never been used in a concert before, and so that's what we're going to try.
Okay, how do the magic balls work?
When was the last time you said magic balls? Okay.
Context, not for a while.
I don't know, our whole concert we've been planning is supposed to have little tricks in it and unexpected things and playing in weird places and trying to break down the barrier between audience and band, you know. And we're just putting it all together at the moment, and I think some of it's going to look really good.
So you guys are all geared up for the O2 in December.
Yes.
And what, have you played? You haven't played there before.
No,
Never
we
played
haven't.
that too.
Have you seen any gigs there?
No.
I haven't seen a gig there. Everyone always raves about how
Yeah,
amazing
I've
it is.
heard good things. It's supposed to sound very good.
What is O2? A phone company?
I believe it
Yeah,
is.
it's the London Dome, which we paid for, and now it's owned by someone else.
Good point. That's the same with our music.
How it works.
It's the same. That's just life.
And what about listening to the album? I kind of got the impression. I mean, you got it as well with X and Y, but you guys are now writing for big arenas. You're writing for big, stadiums and for festivals, and that's kind of listening to the music.
Really? That's what we got?
That's kind of how I perceive it.
It's funny because most of it was recorded in a room the same size as this.
Really,
Yeah.
Which is a small room.
Which is a small room, by the way. Live from Westminster Abbey. So that's funny that you say that. I think it might be Johnny's effects pedals make every song we do sound a bit bigger.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
just kind of imagining the whole, I don't know, Glastonbury or whatever festival thing, going, oh, this would just be amazing.
Yeah, well, I hope
kind of
so.
in this context.
Well, that would be wonderful if it was true.
We're getting each of you guys to pick a track from the new album. Chris, your turn.
I'm going to choose a song called Lovers in Japan because I like the bass playing. I don't know what, but yeah, I do actually, because I keep hearing this off a computer, so you can't really hear the bass, and I always think, oh God, it doesn't sound right. But then whenever we play it live or in rehearsal, I can hear all the bass again. This is the most nerdy reason for choosing it you can think, but that's why I'd like to choose it today, so you can play it with lots of bass.
By my notes, I've written festival fodder.
Yes, that's very festivally. And also live, we're going to do this thing with these butterflies, confetti butterflies, which is going to look really lovely. I just blew the surprise, but it's going to look great.
So what does it feel like to be the biggest band in the UK?
I don't know, ask them.
You're bigger than Girls Aloud now. You know,
I don't think we
round-
are.
I don't think we are.
No, I don't think we are. We're certainly not as attractive, and we don't have a song as good as Call the Shots.
Do you not?
But we're happy to take second place.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Is Call the Shots the best Girls Aloud song?
Well, I also like Can't Speak French a lot.
That's good as well. Have you heard this French version of Can't Speak French?
Je parle pas français. I imagine it's how I got it.
It's kind of really compressed and processed really strongly, which kind
Really?
of takes out any of the mispronunciations, I guess.
Does it there? Because I think the French for so is donc, right? So
Yeah.
it must say je parle pas français, donc je let the funky music do the talking.
But yeah, that's it. They say
talking
funky
now.
because wasn't the French
Oh,
word
they
for
do-
funky?
Well, funky.
Um,
Have you ever interviewed Girls Aloud?
I have.
Is that like the biggest pleasure of all time?
Well, I'm not of the Girls Aloud persuasion.
Really?
But it was a nice pleasure from a kind of.
What do you
gay
mean you're not of the
perspective.
Girls
Well,
Aloud
I'm a bit
persuasion?
gay.
But can't you still get a kick out of just the pure aesthetic beauty?
They were nice as people. I wanted to hate them, but I really liked them.
Great. I
Do you
think
know
they're
what I mean?
amazing.
But I did. The first time I had to interview Girls Aloud, I really thought, oh God, here we go, complete airheads. And they were really funny, quite down to earth. And Cheryl was exceptionally funny.
Yeah. I like that song she's done with Will I Am.
Yeah,
Heartbreaker.
that's
Oh,
great.
it's great, isn't it? So you've done quite a bit of hip hop stuff, or you've collaborated
Well,
with, like Kanye, Jay-Z. Is there going to be a Coldplay hip hop album coming?
No, I think the few times that we've put our toe into the hip hop world is always by accident, and it's always like a busman's holiday, and it's the most fun thing because there's no pressure. And I don't think yet we've managed to make the perfect blend of that music and our kind of music. We've tried a couple of times, one Jay-Z song and one Kanye song, and they're getting close to what I think would be an interesting thing. But it's just such a treat to work with those people, particularly Kanye and Jay, because they're just so talented, Or if you get, like we've been in the studio sometime with Beyonce, and these people are just super, super gifted. So it's just a treat to watch them, and I don't think we would ever try and do a hip-hop record because it would just fall so far short of what they do.
You got a thank you in Loose, Nelly Furtado's album.
Really? Great,
Yes, have
okay.
you read that?
I have,
Have you read the sleep notes?
No.
No. Oh, you got a thank you.
Oh, great. She's amazing. She's crazy and amazing.
Yeah,
right?
but in a really
Yeah.
nice kind of
Yeah.
crazy way.
Yeah, she's
She's
great.
got an incredible laugh, hasn't she?
Yeah,
And and that was one good album, wasn't it, Loose?
I think she's had.
Well,
Few
no,
good
but I mean,
albums.
just that
Oh, I
one
see.
album. That was an
I see.
amazing album.
You mean one as an
that was
exceptional?
her only good album, because quite frankly, the only one's no. I mean, that was an exceptional album.
I know, I agree, and that was a complete reinvention, and you've got to salute it. And so brave and confident, and I mean, I think as English people, we find it hard to do different things and be brave and confident because it's not really in our nature. But when you watch someone like that do it, it really is inspiring. Or Justin Timberlake is the same thing,
We get you to pick a track from the album every night this week. Are you going to pick one for Will in his absence? Or?
Yeah, we're sorry Will's not here. He went to McDonald's.
Every night.
Every night. So I think he would pick a song called Lost. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's the only good thing in it is the drums, and they're really his best drummers. So check it out, he would say.
You can download Lost from our website, capitalradio.com. And make sure you answer our Coldplay question for your chance to win the entire Coldplay back catalogue. Chris, Johnny and Guy from Coldplay, thanks very much for coming in. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Lucio.
And good luck with the album.
Thank you.
I look forward to
Good
you
luck with the
guys
show.
live. Thank you
Thanks
very much.
Capital 95.8.
Capital Podcast.